Karmic Cords, a spiritual awakening guide to radical forgiveness. You have been lied to about forgiveness. Society tells you that forgiveness is an act of kindness. They tell you it is a gift you give to the person who betrayed you. They tell you it is the moral thing to do, the holy thing to do. And because you believe this, you resist it. Why should you give a gift to someone who destroyed you? Why should you offer kindness to a monster? But here is the truth that no one told you. Forgiveness has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with morality, and it certainly has nothing to do with weakness. Forgiveness is the most selfish, calculated act of survival you will ever perform. Here is the brutal biological reality. When you hold on to anger, when you lay in bed at night replaying the argument, visualizing their face, hearing their words echo in your mind, your brain does not know that the event happened 10 years ago. The human brain makes no distinction between a real event and a vividly imagined one. So every time you remember the trauma, your amygdala fires. Your adrenal glands pump massive amounts of cortisol and adrenaline into your bloodstream. Your blood pressure spikes. Your immune system shuts down to conserve energy for a physical fight that is not actually happening. You are literally drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. While you are destroying your own biology, while you are burning out your nervous system, the person who hurt you is likely sleeping soundly. They are eating dinner, they are laughing, they are living rent-free in your head, consuming your glucose, using up your mental RAM, and corroding your vessel from the inside out. This is not just an emotion, this is a neurotoxin. And here is the critical warning for the chosen one. If you are on the path of spiritual awakening, if you are trying to shift your reality or access higher dimensions of consciousness, this resentment is a frequency anchor. You cannot hold the high frequency of the 5D timeline while your body is soaked in the chemistry of survival. You cannot access your intuition, your psychic abilities, or your manifestation power if your energy field is leaking 80% of its voltage into the past. You are trying to fly with a 1,000-pound chain welded to your ankle. Today, we are not going to talk about letting go with flowery, poetic words. We are not going to ask you to be the bigger person. We are going to perform surgery. We are going to use the principles of quantum mechanics, epigenetics, and subconscious reprogramming to locate the invisible energy cords that are draining your life force, and we are going to cut them permanently. This is not a lecture on ethics. This is an energy detox protocol. If you are tired of being a battery for someone else's karma, then listen closely. Chapter 1: The Biology of Hate. Neural Addiction. To understand why you cannot simply get over it, to understand why you find yourself obsessed with people who do not deserve a single second of your time, we must first look at the hardware. We must look at the machinery of your avatar, your body, and your brain. Most people believe that anger is a sign of strength. The ego uses rage as a shield. It tells you, if I stay angry, I stay alert. If I stay angry, they can't hurt me again. But biologically, chronic anger is the state of maximum vulnerability. When you harbor resentment, you force your nervous system into a chronic state of fight or flight. In neuroscience, we call this the beta brainwave state. This is the frequency of survival. In this state, your focus narrows. You become obsessed with the external world. You become obsessed with time. You become obsessed with your body and your pain. For our ancestors, this state was useful for exactly 20 minutes. It gave them the burst of energy needed to run from a tiger. Once the tiger was gone, their system returned to homeostasis, the rest and digest mode. But for you, the tiger is not outside. The tiger is in your memory. And because you carry the memory everywhere, you are living with the tiger in your room, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Science calls this allostatic load. It is the accumulated wear and tear on the body that happens when you are exposed to repeated or chronic stress. Every time you get angry at that person, you are stripping the myelin sheath from your nerves. You are shrinking the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for learning and new memories. You are physically down-regulating your genes, signaling them to produce proteins for disease rather than health. You are literally making yourself less intelligent, less capable, and less divine. But it goes deeper. This is where we touch upon the concept of epigenetics. Dr. Joe Dispenza and other researchers have shown that we can become chemically addicted to our suffering. When you feel intense anger, your brain produces a specific cocktail of neuropeptides. These chemicals rush to your cells and dock onto the receptors. For a moment, you feel a rush of energy. You feel alive, even if that aliveness is painful. Over time, your cells become desensitized. They demand more of that chemical rush. So you subconsciously start looking for reasons to be angry. You scroll through social media, looking for something that offends you. You replay old arguments in the shower to get that hit of adrenaline. You are not just hurt, you are an addict. Your body has become the mind. Your biology has memorized the betrayal better than your conscious brain. And here is the tragedy for the chosen one. Your mission, your awakening, requires you to access gamma brainwaves. This is the frequency of insight, of divine download, of connection to the source. But you cannot access gamma while you are stuck in high beta. You cannot hear the whisper of the universe while your biological alarm bells are ringing at full volume. You cannot manifest abundance when your broadcast signal is set to defense. Think about your own life right now. Do you wake up in the morning already feeling tired? Do you clench your jaw while you're driving? Do you have a tightness in your solar plexus that never seems to go away? These are not medical conditions. These are energetic symptoms. This is your body telling you that you are running an old program that is consuming all your resources. You have built a superhighway in your brain dedicated to your enemy. In neuroscience, there is a rule: neurons that fire together wire together. If you spend 10 years hating someone, you have physically constructed a neural groove, a thick, reinforced cable in your gray matter that makes it effortless to feel pain and extremely difficult to feel joy. You have programmed your own biological computer to run a virus every single morning. So when we speak of radical forgiveness, understand this: we are not asking you to say what they did was okay. We are not asking you to invite them back to your table. We are not asking you to trust them ever again. We are asking you to break the chemical addiction. We are asking you to starve the neural pathway that is feeding on your life force. We are asking you to stop drinking the emotional poison that is keeping you trapped in the density of the 3D matrix. Because as long as your biology is fighting a war that ended 10 years ago, you cannot build the future. You are physically incapable of holding the light. You must choose. Do you want your story or do you want your power? Chapter 2: Quantum Entanglement, the Invisible Umbilical Cord. Now that we have examined the biology, we must go deeper. We must leave the realm of Newtonian physics, where things are separate and solid, and enter the realm of quantum mechanics. We must look at the physics of connection. In 1935, Albert Einstein and his colleagues discovered a phenomenon that disturbed them deeply. They called it spooky action at a distance. Today, we call it quantum entanglement. This law states that when two particles have interacted with each other, they become inextricably linked. They share a single wave function. It doesn't matter if you separate them by 1 inch or by 1 billion light years across the universe. If you affect one particle, the other responds instantly, faster than the speed of light. There is no space between them. They are, energetically speaking, the same object. Now, apply this to your relationships. When you have a strong emotional reaction to someone, whether it is intense love, sexual intimacy, or intense hate and trauma, you create a quantum bond. You create what the ancients and mystics called a karmic cord. But this is not just spiritual imagery. Think of this cord like an invisible fiber optic cable connecting your chakra system to theirs. Usually it connects from your solar plexus, your power center, to theirs. This channel is a channel of energy transfer. Every time you think about them with emotion, you are sending a pulse of voltage down that cable. When you visualize your revenge, you are powering them. When you stalk their profile and feel a surge of jealousy, you are powering them. When you complain about them to your friends for 3 hours, you are sending a massive download of your vitality straight into their field. You are feeding them. You are sending them your power. You are sending them the very energy you need to heal your body, to build your business, to manifest your dreams. Have you ever noticed that the people you hate seem to have so much power over your mood? You can be having a perfect day. The sun is shining. You are happy. And then you see a text message, or you hear a song that reminds you of them, or you just have a random thought about what they did, and instantly you crash. Your stomach drops. Your energy vanishes. Why? Because you are entangled. You are not a sovereign entity. You are a battery, and they are plugged into you. This explains why the chosen one often feels drained, exhausted, or experiences brain fog even after a full night's sleep. You are leaking energy 24/7 through these cords. And here is the most dangerous part of this entanglement, specifically regarding the law of attraction and quantum manifestation. The universe acts as a giant mirror or a photocopier. It does not judge what you want, it simply reflects what you are broadcasting. Attention is energy. Observation creates reality. When you obsess over someone who hurt you, you are placing your laser focus on the frequency of betrayal. You are placing your focus on the frequency of disrespect. You are broadcasting a signal to the quantum field that says, "This is what is important to me. This is what I am looking at. Give me more of this." And the field obeys. It does not just keep that person in your life. It brings you new people who carry the same frequency. Have you ever wondered why you keep dating the same type of toxic partner, just with a different face? Have you wondered why you keep encountering the same type of abusive boss at different companies? Have you wondered why no matter where you move, the same drama finds you? It is because you never cut the cord with the first one. You are still broadcasting the signal of the trauma. You are a walking beacon for the very thing you are trying to escape. You think you are looking for love, but your broadcast signal is screaming abuse, and the universe is simply matching your frequency. This is the trap of the Matrix. It wants you entangled. It wants you locked in these low-vibration loops of conflict because it keeps you distracted. It keeps you small. If you are busy fighting a ghost from your past, you have no energy left to create your timeline. Realizing this is the turning point. You are not forgiving them because they apologized. Most of them never will. They are playing their role perfectly. You are not forgiving them because they changed. You are forgiving them because you are tired of paying their energy bill. You are forgiving them because you refuse to be a life support system for someone else's ego anymore. You are forgiving them because you understand the physics. To ascend to the next level of your spiritual awakening, you must be light. You cannot fly if you are tethered to the ground by 1,000 heavy chains of resentment. Every grudge is a chain. Every I hate you is an anchor. And the chosen one cannot afford to be anchored. You must understand that the person who hurt you is likely operating from a state of deep unconsciousness. They are asleep. They are acting out their own trauma scripts, their own genetic programming. But you are waking up. And the price of waking up is responsibility. You are the guardian of your own energy field. You are the guardian of your own frequency. If you leave the door open, if you leave the cord attached, you are consenting to the theft of your power. So, before we learn the code to delete this connection, we must first locate it. We must find exactly where the parasite is attached.
Locating the cord. Before we move on to the solution, before we hand you the scissors, I need you to pause. We need to validate the physics we just discussed within your own body. Stop looking at the screen for a moment. Put your phone down if you can. Close your eyes. I want you to bring to mind the person or the specific memory that you simply cannot forgive. The one that keeps coming back. The one that still stings when you touch it. Do not be afraid of it. Summon it. See their face clearly. Hear their voice. Remember exactly what they did. Now, stop thinking about the story. Drop down into your body. Scan your physical vessel. Where do you feel the reaction? Is your stomach tightening? Is your jaw clenching? Is there a heavy, cold stone sitting in the center of your chest? Or perhaps a heat rising in your throat? Do not run from it. Look at it. That physical sensation is the cord. That is not just an emotion. That is the exact coordinate where your life force is leaking out. That is where the connection is plugged in. If you can feel this tightness, it is the biological proof that the entanglement is still active. It means the program is still running in the background, draining your battery even while you sleep. We need to acknowledge this leakage before we can seal it. We need to tell the subconscious mind that we have found the intruder. Open your eyes. Go down to the comments right now. I want you to type one single word to confirm to the universe that you have located the leak. Type the word detected. By typing this, you are dragging the trauma out of the darkness of your subconscious and placing it under the light of your awareness. You are telling your brain, I see it, I know where it is, and I am ready to cut it. Do not skip this. Physicalize your intent. Type detected now. Chapter 3: The Holographic Mirror. Now that you have detected the cord, the logical mind begins to ask questions. It asks, why? Why did they do this to me? Why did the universe allow this injustice? Why am I the victim of this cruelty? To answer this, we must completely dismantle your perception of reality. We must shift your operating system from the 3D victim mindset to the 5D creator mindset. We must look at the nature of the holographic universe. Ancient mystics have told us for thousands of years that the world is an illusion, Maya, a dream. But today, quantum mechanics confirms this. The observer creates the reality. In the philosophy of reality transurfing, life is described as a dual mirror. Imagine standing in front of a mirror. On one side is the image. That is you. That is your internal state. That is your belief system. That is the sum total of your subconscious programming. On the other side is the reflection. That is your physical reality. That is your relationships, your bank account, and the way people treat you. Here is the fundamental law of the mirror. The reflection can never precede the image. The reflection has no life of its own. It is dead data. It simply mimics what is placed in front of it. This is the hardest pill for the ego to swallow, but it is the medicine you need to wake up. The person who hurt you is not the source of the pain. They are the reflection of the pain that was already inside you. If you are the writer, the director, and the projector of your movie, then everyone else is just an actor. Now, pause. Listen closely. This is where the ego gets triggered, and this is where most people misunderstand the matrix. This does not mean that you consciously asked to be hurt. No one asks for pain. No one asks for abuse. This does not mean that the person who hurt you is innocent. In the 3D world of ethics, law, and morality, they are 100% responsible for their actions. Abuse is never acceptable. But in the 5D world of frequency, we are not looking at fault. We are looking at data. We are not saying you deserved the crash. We are saying you were unconsciously broadcasting a signal that the other car collided with. Taking responsibility is not admitting blame. Taking responsibility is reclaiming the power to change the signal. If you blame them, they hold your power. If you own the signal, you hold the power. With that understood, look at the actors in your life again. They are actors who showed up to play the specific role that your subconscious script assigned to them. Think about this deeply. When an actor plays a villain in a movie, do you hate the actor? Do you run up to the screen and try to punch them? No. You understand that they are reading lines from a script. They are fulfilling a function to move the plot forward. In the movie of your life, the people who betrayed you, abandoned you, or abused you were hired by your subconscious mind to validate your deepest beliefs about yourself. If you have a hidden program of abandonment running in your subconscious reprogramming code, perhaps from a childhood trauma, perhaps from a past timeline, or perhaps from an epigenetic marker inherited from your grandmother, the matrix must send you people who will leave you. It has no choice.
The mirror must reflect the image. The hologram must match the source code. If the Matrix sent you a loyal partner while you were broadcasting the frequency of abandonment, the reality would destabilize. It would be a glitch. Physics does not allow it. So the universe orchestrates a collision. It finds a person who carries the frequency of lever and matches them with your frequency of left. The actor might change. First, it was a parent who was emotionally unavailable. Then it was a partner who cheated. Then it was a friend who ghosted you. Then it was a boss who fired you. Different faces, different names, different costumes. But the role remains exactly the same. The feeling remains exactly the same. Why? Because the data is still in you. You have been trying to change the movie by yelling at the screen. You have been trying to fix your life by firing the actors. You divorce them, you block them, you move to a new city, but you take the script with you. And as long as the script remains unedited in your hard drive, the universe will simply hire a new actor to play the villain in the next scene. In fact, the new actor will often be even better at the role, causing you even more pain because the signal gets stronger every time you ignore it. This explains why the chosen one often feels targeted. You ask, why does this keep happening to me? It keeps happening because you are powerful. Your broadcast signal is strong. You are manifesting your fears with high-definition precision. The people who trigger you are not your enemies. They are your greatest teachers. They are your mirrors. They are highlighting exactly where your code is corrupted. They are pointing to the exact spot in your psyche that is not yet free. They are showing you, look here, look at this belief, look at this wound. When you understand this, the game changes. You stop fighting the reflection. You stop waiting for the mirror to smile at you first. You realize that trying to change the other person is as futile as trying to comb the hair in the reflection in the mirror instead of combing your own hair. You realize that your anger toward them is actually misplaced. You are angry at the messenger for delivering a letter you wrote to yourself. This realization is the gateway to freedom. It moves you out of the helpless state of, they did this to me, and into the empowered state of, I created this, and I can uncreate it. You turn inward, you look at the projector, and you decide to clean the lens. But how do you clean the lens? How do you delete a program that has been running for decades? How do you edit a script that is written in the invisible ink of the subconscious? This brings us to an ancient technology, a code designed specifically to delete the corrupted data that causes the dark night of the soul. It is a protocol known as Ho'oponopono.
Chapter 4, Ho'oponopono, Decoded. Do not let the name fool you. Do not let the simplicity deceive you. Ho'oponopono is not a nursery rhyme. It is not a religious prayer where you beg a god for mercy. It is not a passive wish. It is a sophisticated subconscious reprogramming tool. It is a command line for the quantum universe. In the ancient Hawaiian tradition, this practice was used to correct errors in relationships and restore balance. But in the context of scientific mysticism, we view Ho'oponopono as the ultimate antivirus software for the human biocomputer. Think of your mind like a supercomputer. Your conscious mind is the monitor. It sees the output, your life. It operates at a processing speed of about 40 bits per second. It thinks it is in control. But your subconscious mind is the hard drive. It operates at 11 million bits per second. It stores trillions of bits of data, memories, traumas, ancestral fears, collective consciousness, and beliefs. Most of the time, you are running on autopilot. The hard drive is playing old tapes, old memories of pain, and projecting them onto your monitor as your current reality. When you experience a problem, a conflict, an illness, a financial block, it is simply a replay of an old memory. It is corrupted data surfacing to be processed. Ho'oponopono is the delete key. It is the formatting command. It consists of 4 phrases, but you must understand what these phrases actually mean in the language of energy. When you repeat these phrases, you are not talking to the other person. You are talking to the divine intelligence within you. You are talking to the system administrator. Let's decode the algorithm of these 4 commands, line by line. Command 1, I'm sorry. This is the hardest step for the ego. The ego says, why should I say sorry? They hurt me. But in the quantum view, I'm sorry does not mean I am guilty. It does not mean I deserve this abuse. That is 3D thinking. In the 5D context, I'm sorry means I accept total responsibility for the presence of this data in my system. You are saying to the divine, I am sorry that I carried the program of victimhood that attracted this event. I am sorry that I was asleep and allowed this virus to enter my hard drive. I am sorry that I used my creative power to manifest this suffering. You are acknowledging the bug in the code. You are taking ownership of your creation. You cannot delete a file if you claim it's not on your computer. Command 2, please forgive me. You are not asking a judgmental external God for mercy. You are not begging to be saved from hell. You are asking the system to disconnect the entanglement. You are saying, please forgive me for feeding this illusion. Please forgive me for keeping this karmic cord alive with my anger. Please forgive me for forgetting who I am. It is a request to the superconscious to facilitate the uninstallation of the corrupted file. You are asking for the bond between you and the data to be severed. You are asking for the neural groove of pain to be dissolved. Command 3, thank you. Gratitude is the highest frequency in the universe. It is the chemical signature of receipt. When you receive a package, you say, thank you. When you say thank you in this process, you are confirming that the deletion is already happening. You are trusting the software to do its job. But more importantly, you are thanking the experience itself. You are saying, thank you for showing me this block. Thank you for triggering me, because if you hadn't triggered me, this data would have remained hidden in my subconscious forever. Now I can see it. Now I can clean it. Thank you shifts your vibration from resistance, which holds the problem in place, to acceptance, which allows the problem to flow. Command 4, I love you. This is the most powerful command. I love you is the reformat tool. Love is the frequency of the 0-point field. It is the energy of the source. It is the only energy that can transmute other energies. You cannot fight darkness with darkness. You cannot heal hate with hate. When you direct I love you at the memory, not necessarily the person, but the energy of the situation, you are transmuting the stuck energy of the trauma back into pure light. You are taking the blocked energy of the trauma and releasing it back into the quantum flow. You are smoothing out the rough edges of the memory. You are overwriting the virus with the original operating system of the divine. How to execute the code. You do not need to feel it perfectly every time. You do not need to force yourself to feel love for your abuser. That is impossible for the conscious mind. You just need to say it. It is like typing a code into a terminal. The computer doesn't care if you are happy, sad, or skeptical when you type the code. It just executes the command. Every time you feel the anger rising, catch it. Every time the face of your enemy pops into your mind, catch it. Every time you feel that tightness in your chest, catch it. Do not engage with the story. Do not argue with the ghost. Do not call your friend to complain. Immediately apply the antivirus. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say it to the feeling in your chest. Say it to the memory. Say it to the inner child who is hurting. Repeat it like a mantra. Repeat it until the charge dissipates. Repeat it until you feel a physical shift in your body, a sigh, a yawn, a lightening of the shoulders. You are cleaning the film reel. You are scrubbing the data. And when the film is clean, the movie on the screen must change. It is a law of physics.
Chapter 5. The 0-point field. What is the ultimate goal of all this cleaning? Is it just to feel better? Is it just to be a nice person? Is it just to stop the anxiety? No. The goal of the chosen one is much higher than comfort. The goal is to reach the 0-point field. In Ho'oponopono, this is called the zero state. In Buddhism, it is the void, sunyata. In quantum physics, it is the vacuum, the space of infinite potential where matter originates. Imagine your mind is a blackboard. Right now, looking at your life, that blackboard is covered in chalk. It is covered in scribbles from your past. It is covered in mathematical calculations of how to survive. It is covered in angry notes about who hurt you. It is covered in lists of fears about the future. There is no white space left on the board. Now, imagine the universe, or the divine source, is trying to send you a message. It is trying to send you a divine inspiration. Maybe it is $1 million business idea. Maybe it is the solution to your chronic health problem. Maybe it is a synchronicity that leads you to your soulmate. Maybe it is the map to your ascension. The universe tries to write this inspiration on your blackboard, but there is no room. The board is full of your old data. The inspiration gets lost in the noise of your memories. This is the difference between memory and inspiration. Memory is the replay of the past. It is the old program running in a loop. Inspiration is the download from the future. It is the new code from the 5D. Most of humanity lives entirely in memory. They wake up, they check their phone, they remember their problems, they feel the same emotions, and they recreate the same day. They are dead while they are alive. The chosen one must live from inspiration. But inspiration cannot enter until memory leaves. Two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. When you practice radical forgiveness, when you cut the cords, when you chant Ho'oponopono, you are not just healing, you are erasing the board. You are using the eraser of I love you to wipe away the scribbles of the past. You are becoming empty. To the ego, emptiness is terrifying. The ego wants to be full of opinions, full of righteousness, full of stories. But to the spirit, emptiness is the holy grail. When you hit 0, you become a superconductor for divine energy. There is no resistance, there is no static. You cease to be the victim of the program, and you become the conduit of the divine.
In this state, you do not need to try to manifest. You do not need to struggle. You are in the flow. You are in the Tao. Things happen through you, not by you. This is the secret of quantum manifestation that the gurus don't tell you. You do not manifest what you want, which comes from the ego's lack. You manifest who you are. And when you are zero, you are everything. You are the universe itself, undistorted by the lens of trauma. So realize this: the forgiveness is not for them. They are irrelevant. The forgiveness is to clear the static on your line so you can finally hear the call you have been waiting for. It is to clean your window so the light can get in. It is time to wipe the board clean. It is time to return to zero.
We are approaching the moment of the cut. We have identified the poison, the neurotoxin. We have located the cord, the entanglement. We have understood the mechanism of the mirror, the hologram. And we have learned the code to delete the virus, Ho'oponopono. Now, I need your permission to execute the final command. The universe operates on free will. It cannot violate your sovereignty. If you want to hold on to your anger because it makes you feel safe, you are allowed to keep it. You are allowed to stay entangled. You are allowed to keep the cord. But if you do, you cannot complain when your energy is drained. But if you are truly ready to be free, if you are ready to stop being a prisoner of your own memory, if you are ready to reclaim the 100% of your energy that belongs to you, you must declare it physically. I want you to imagine a giant delete button floating in the space in front of you. This button wipes the corrupted file of that person from your energy field. It does not erase the wisdom you gained. It erases the pain attached to it. Are you ready to press it? Go to the comments right now. I want you to type the command of liberation. Type the words, "I release you." Say it out loud as you type it. I release you. Feel the weight of those words. You are not just releasing them, you are releasing yourself from the contract. You are taking your energy back. Type, "I release you" now, and prepare for the final extraction.
Now we arrive at the hardest part of the surgery. You have identified the cord with the other person. You have released them. You have typed, "I release you" into the interface of the universe. But there is one person left in the room who you still hate. There is one person you judge more harshly than anyone else: yourself. Most of the people watching this are carrying a heavy, secret burden of guilt. You look back at your life, at the mistakes you made, the years you wasted, the red flags you ignored, the people you trusted who didn't deserve it, and you feel a sickness in your gut. You say to yourself, "How could I be so stupid? Why didn't I see it? I should have known better. I ruined everything." You replay your past decisions over and over again, fantasizing about a time machine, wishing you could go back and shake yourself awake. This self-resentment is the heaviest anchor of all. You can cut the cord with every toxic person on earth, but if you are still abusing yourself in the mirror, you will never ascend. To heal this, we must understand the time paradox. We must look at the logical fallacy that keeps you trapped in shame. Here is the error in your code. You are judging your past self with your current data. You are looking at the version of you from 5 years ago. Let's call them version 1.0, and you are putting them on trial using the wisdom, the experience, and the spiritual awakening of version 2.0, who you are today. This is a rigged trial. It is logically impossible for version 1.0 to have acted differently because they did not possess the data you have now. Think about the time you made that terrible mistake. Maybe it was staying in an abusive marriage. Maybe it was a financial error. Maybe it was a moment of weakness. Where were you spiritually in that moment? Likely you were in the dark night of the soul. You were operating from a place of trauma. Your nervous system was fried. You were lonely. You were unhealed. You were starving for love or validation because you had never been taught how to source it from within. That version of you was not stupid. That version of you was starving. That version of you was not weak. That version of you was surviving. When a person is drowning, they thrash around. They grab on to anything that floats, even if it's a piece of driftwood that will eventually sink them. They panic. You are looking back at the drowning person and screaming at them. Why were you thrashing? You should have been swimming gracefully like an Olympian. Do you see the cruelty in that? You are beating a child for not knowing calculus before they were taught numbers. The only reason you can see the mistake so clearly now is because you went through the pain of that mistake. The pain was the data download. The pain was the lesson. If you hadn't made that choice, you wouldn't have the wisdom you possess right now to judge it. So the you that you hate is actually the you that died so that this you could be born. That past version of you, the one who was messy, the one who was desperate, the one who stayed too long, they are the martyr of your own evolution. They took the hits, they cried the tears, they survived the abuse. They walked through the fire so that you could sit here today, watching this video, understanding quantum mechanics and Ho'oponopono. They carried you here. And how do you repay them? Do you thank them? Do you hold them? No, you spit on them. You call them an idiot. You lock them in the dungeon of your shame. This internal war causes autoimmune disease of the soul. Your spirit is attacking itself. To practice radical forgiveness on yourself, you must reframe the narrative. You must stop seeing your past self as a criminal and start seeing them as a survivor. Imagine that past version of you is standing in front of you right now. Look at them. Look how tired they are. Look how scared they are. They are doing the best they can with the limited tools they have. They are trying to find happiness in a dark room without a flashlight. Do you really want to punish them more? Haven't they suffered enough? The chosen one understands that there are no mistakes in the matrix. There is only data collection. Every bad decision gave you contrast. It showed you what you don't want so you could clarify what you do want. Every wasted year was actually a gestation period. You were cooking in the alchemical fire. You needed to be broken open so the light could get in. So right now, I want you to make a peace treaty with your history. I want you to realize that you are innocent. You have always been innocent. You were just learning. Forgiving yourself is not letting yourself off the hook. It is acknowledging that the hook never existed. It was just a growing pain. You are not the things you did to survive. You are the consciousness that learned from them.
But the cleaning does not stop with you. If we zoom out from your individual timeline, we see a much larger web. We see the timeline of your bloodline. Many of you ask, why is this burden so heavy? Why do I feel depression that doesn't seem to have a cause?
Why do I have fears that don't match my life experience? Science has an answer. It is called epigenetics. For a long time, we thought DNA was fixed, but recent studies, like the famous experiment with cherry blossom scent and mice, have proven that trauma is heritable. When a mouse is shocked while smelling cherry blossoms, its children and grandchildren will fear the smell of cherry blossoms, even if they never experienced the shock themselves. The memory of the pain is chemically tagged onto the DNA switch. You are not just living your life. You are living the unhealed trauma of your parents, your grandparents, and your great-grandparents. You are carrying the grief of your grandmother who lost a child. You are carrying the rage of your grandfather who lived through a war. You are carrying the scarcity mindset of ancestors who starved. This epigenetic debris lives in your cells. It influences your nervous system. It shapes your reality. This is why you are here. This is why you are a star seed. This is why you are the chosen one. You were not born into a dysfunctional family by accident. You were not given this heavy load because you are being punished. You were airdropped into this lineage on a mission. You volunteered to be the circuit breaker. In every family line, the trauma repeats generation after generation. The father hits the son hits his son. The mother criticizes the daughter criticizes her daughter. It is a domino effect of pain cascading down the centuries until you are the domino that refuses to fall. You are the one who woke up. You are the one who said, "It stops with me." When you practice Ho'oponopono, when you say, "I'm sorry, please forgive me," you are not just cleaning your own subconscious, you are cleaning the DNA. You are sending a signal backward through time. You are healing the ancestors who died in pain. You are liberating the ghosts that haunt your blood. And simultaneously, you are cleaning the future. By healing yourself now, you ensure that you do not pass this data virus to your children or to the collective consciousness of the future humanity. This is the great work. It is heavy work. That is why you feel tired. You are processing the grief of 7 generations. But realize the power of this. When you cut the cord of a karmic pattern, let's say the pattern of poverty or the pattern of abandonment, you are not just freeing yourself, you are liberating your entire lineage. You are the shamans of the modern age. You are the alchemist turning the lead of your family's history into the gold of wisdom. So when we do this visualization in a moment, know that you are not alone in the room. Behind you stand thousands of your ancestors. They are watching you. They are cheering for you. They are waiting for you to cut the cord that has bound them for centuries. You have the power to reset the timeline. That is why you were chosen. That is why you are the black sheep. The black sheep is the only one who didn't follow the herd off the cliff. Stand tall in that purpose. The pain was the training. The healing is the mission. We are now standing at the precipice. The theory is finished. The understanding is locked in. Now, we must move from the intellect, the brain, to the experience, the body. We are about to perform the severance. But to do this, we cannot be in the beta brainwave state. We cannot do this while checking our phone or thinking about dinner. The beta state is too rigid.
It is the critical faculty that doubts, analyzes, and resists change. To access the command center of the subconscious mind, the place where the cords are actually rooted, we must lower our frequency into theta waves. Theta, 4 to 8 hertz, is the state between waking and sleeping. It is the state of deep hypnosis, lucid dreaming, and profound healing. In Theta, the veil between the conscious and subconscious is thin. In Theta, you can rewrite the code of your reality instantly. We are going to use a specific breathing technique to shift your physiology manually. In a moment, I will guide you into the visualization, but first, we must prepare the vessel. I want you to sit or lie down in a position where your spine is straight. Do not cross your legs or arms. Let the energy flow freely. Turn off any distractions. This next 10 minutes is the most important part of this transmission. We are going to use the 4-7-8 breath to hack your vagus nerve and signal safety to your body. When you breathe in for 4, you gather energy. When you hold for 7, you allow the oxygen to saturate the cells and quiet the mind. When you exhale for 8, you release the carbon dioxide and the cortisol. This long exhale is the key. It forces your heart rate to slow down. It forces your brain waves to drop. You might feel a tingling in your hands. You might feel a heaviness in your eyelids. You might feel like you are floating. This is good. This is the theta state. This is the operating room. In this space, time does not exist. In this space, you are not a name, an age, or a job title. You are pure consciousness. And in this space, you have a weapon. You have the sword of truth. You have the scissors of light. You are going to face the energy that has been draining you. You are going to look it in the eye, and with the authority of the divine creator that lives within you, you are going to sever the connection, not out of hate, but out of love for your own soul. If you are ready to be free, if you are ready to put down the baggage of 1,000 years, if you are ready to claim your sovereignty, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Let us begin the extraction.
Chapter 9. The Healing Loop. Guided Visualization. Now, in this safe, dark, infinite space of your mind, I want you to invite the energy of the person or memory you need to release. See them standing about 10 feet away from you. Notice that they are just a hologram, just data. They cannot hurt you here. They are simply a projection. Now, bring your awareness to your solar plexus, the center of your power, right above your stomach. Instead of a heavy chain, visualize a cable, like a thick, dark electrical cord. One end is attached to them, the other is plugged firmly into a socket in your solar plexus. Feel the hum of the connection. Every time you think of them, energy flows out of your socket, down the cable, and powers their hologram. You have been keeping them alive with your own electricity. It is time to conserve your power. We are not going to fight. We are not going to attack. We are simply going to disconnect the service. Visualize your right hand glowing with pure white light. This is the light of your sovereign will. In a moment, on the count of 3, you are going to reach down, grip the plug firmly, and simply pull it out. Not with anger, but with the calm authority of someone turning off a noisy machine. Ready? 1. Reach down with your hand of light. Wrap your fingers around the base of the plug at your solar plexus. Feel that you are in control. 2. Take a deep breath in. Prepare to reclaim your energy. 3. Unplug. Pull it out. Watch the cord fall away from your body. Instantly, see the hologram of the other person flicker. Without your power source, they can no longer sustain their hold on you. Watch them fade, dimmer and dimmer, until they dissolve back into the void. Now, look at the empty socket in your solar plexus. We must seal the port. Place your glowing hand over your stomach. Feel the warmth. Say the ancient code to heal the opening. I'm sorry for carrying this load too long. Please forgive me for forgetting my own power. Thank you for the lesson. I love you, and I accept myself completely. Visualize the socket disappearing. Your skin is smooth. Your field is sealed. You are a closed circuit of divine energy. Nothing leaks out. Nothing gets in without your permission. Breathe into this new space. You are weightless. You are free. Stay in this feeling. This is the zero state. This is who you are without the connection to the past. Memorize this feeling. If the anger ever tries to come back tomorrow, just close your eyes and remember that the plug has been pulled. The machine is off. Slowly, gently, start to bring your awareness back to the room. Feel your back against the chair. Feel the air on your skin. Take a deep, waking breath in and let it out. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Take a moment to feel the silence in your body. That silence is who you truly are. You have just performed a major energetic reset. Drink plenty of water today. Your body is flushing out the toxins of the old program. Before you go, I need you to anchor this truth deeply in your mind. This is vital. Forgiveness is an internal release. It is not an invitation for them to return. You unplugged the cord to set yourself free, not to open the door for more abuse. Your energy field is now a fortress. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. If they try to knock on the door again, you do not need to answer. You check the security camera, you smile, and you leave the door locked. You have nothing left to give them because you are no longer their battery. Now that your energy is clean, you are finally ready to receive the truth. You see, the only reason you suffered is because you believed that time was real. You believed that the you of the past and the you of the future were separated by years. But what if I told you that is the greatest illusion of the Matrix? What if I told you that your future self is not waiting for you in 10 years? What if I told you they are standing right next to you, right now, in a different dimension? Now that your energy is clean, you are eligible to see the architecture of the block universe. In the next transmission, we are going to shatter the glass ceiling of time. We are going to prove with physics that your future and your past are happening simultaneously. And I am going to show you how to walk through the wall. Ensure you are subscribed. The signal is getting stronger. I am you. I am the Matrix 963. Stay unplugged and be free. End of transmission.